Kyle was saying yesterday he hands out far more criticisms than compliments when it comes to reviewing games, probably with all players, but quarterbacks. And he said you were good with, basically he said you have a thick skin, which is appreciates. Have you always taken to heart coaching, or like there's some origin story of like they develop tough skin?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know, just all throughout my career and playing football and stuff, I've always wanted the truth and honesty from a coach, from the guy who's trusting in me to go out and play, and that's started since I was little playing ball. So yeah, I've always appreciated a coach who's just real with me with what I need to get better at, or what I need to do to be better. So in terms of a coach like telling you everything's all good and stuff, like I'm not about that. Like you can't get better from that, So when coach is real with me about this past game or any other games that I've played in, I appreciate that more than telling me that I'm good and I don't need to work on anything. So I think just all throughout my career and stuff, I've sort of developed that kind of mentality.
I think you got into that a little bit. You talked Sunday about being particularly hard on yourself and always looking at the little things that you do. Was that something that started when you were very, very young as well, or how did that develop?
Yeah, same thing. I think my dad had a lot to do with it too. He played baseball, obviously in the minors and stuff for a numerous amount of years, and played at Miami. So like he's been through some good stuff in terms of playing and how to get better and all that kind of thing. So I definitely learned from him in terms of being real with where I'm at with my performances and stuff. And he was always straight up with me growing up about what I need to do better, what I'm doing well, and that I can continue to do. So I feel like that's sort of where it has come from. But it's something that I've always had, and I'm not planning on changing anytime soon.
You feel like you know what Kyle's going to say to you before he says it?
Yeah, I feel like I do. There's plays where I'm out in the field, and if I miss a read or whatever, and something happens, like literally like right in the moment, I'm like, man, I know that I should have done this or that, and I can sort of anticipate him saying, hey, we got to do this and that, or you missed this, which I appreciate, and I'm on the same page with him. So I totally see what he says in terms of how I can get better and everything like that, and same with Coach Greasy and everyone. So I'm never a guy who has my wall up and you can't tell me anything, like I have to learn it on my own. I definitely love hearing feedback from my coaches. So
It was a tie game and like 6 minutes left. We were down around the 10-yard line. I just wanted to ask you about two plays, and were these examples of like you kind of immediately knew, all right, Kyle's going to mention this. The first down with like Croft, it can't come open and you threw to Ayuk. And then the third down, should you try to hold the guy who was covering Jennings, did you not hold him long enough on the throw to Kittle?
I would say the one to Croft, yes. I rolled out, was trying to hold the defender with my eyes, and then come back to hit BA on that shallow. Obviously, Croft was there. In the moment, I was just trying to make a play to BA, but right as I threw it, I look back and I see Croft. I'm like, man, I already know that's going to be one of the plays, and it was. And so I'm real with myself about that kind of thing. I told Croft, I said, dude, I owe you one. That. So I definitely. It's not like I have some kind of excuse of why I didn't do it. Like I got to be better. I got to keep my eyes on the field and see that. And so there's that. And then on third down to George, yeah, I feel like I could have got the ball out quicker. And also, if that's not there, continue to go throughout my progression and hit BA on the backside of that. So there's little things like that. That I'm real with myself. I tell the coaches how I feel in the moment. Like this is what I thought. This is how I reacted. But when you watch a film, you see what's real. And so. I'm real with that. They're real with that, and I appreciate them, telling me the right feedback. So.
Your dad playing in the minors. Was it ever a thing with your family that he played in the Giants organization, and now here you are with the 49ers?
Yeah. I mean, it's part of his story and where he played and stuff. So he knows some of the guys that ended up going to the big leagues for the San Francisco Giants, and so he has some people that he knows and connections, but. It's cool, to see that I ended up here in terms of the organization that he played for too in his career. So, little things like that, I feel like you can appreciate as a family. So,
your baseball background?
I played baseball all the way up till my sophomore year in high school. So my junior and senior, I didn't.
Do that to, arm angles, and sometimes that's
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I played middle infield growing up, and then towards the end played third base and I pitched. But the arm angles, the having a base as a thrower, all that kind of stuff definitely I feel like helped me to be where I'm at now, especially with like quick game and throwing around defensive ends and stuff like that. So that's definitely a credit to baseball.
Shortstop or second base?
What's that?
Shortstop or second?
Both. Played both. Yep.
Just focus on quarterback.
Yeah, I was at a high school where, in Arizona you play baseball year round, and so I feel like there was a lot of guys that were, getting really good, and I was decent and pretty good, but I feel like football was more my calling. So my junior and senior year for recruiting in college, I feel like I sort of had to focus on that. So yeah, it worked out.
Among a lot of other things, McCaffrey's just piling up first downs like crazy. I know you were just in the game, but at some point, are you thinking, man, every time I get the ball, this guy's first down?
Yeah, I feel like I always know, in the back of my head, like, he's always got a chance, So all I got to do, in terms of getting him the ball if the play's designed for him, or if something's not there and he's the check down, it's a pretty good check down to have, So he makes plays, very reliable. Everyone trusts him. He's always where he needs to be. I feel like the dude doesn't mess up, and, definitely love having him.
Do you ever have to manage your perfectionism? Is it possible to be too hard on yourself?
Yeah, I feel like in college, after I took over, I think I was going into my junior year, I feel like I was really, really hard on myself in terms of always, like, wanting to be perfect, wanting to be a great leader. And when I messed up on the field, I was so hard on myself that I feel like it almost became detrimental, to my game. So learning that in terms of letting things go, learn from them, but, you got to play the new play, the next play, and, have that kind of mentality of whatever's next. I got to have a clean slate and a clear mind in what I'm doing. So I feel like I'm still learning, as we go. I'm just a rookie and still learning every day.
What are your feelings about facing J.J. Watt and making sure you're not the last quarterback he sacks?
Yeah, definitely respect him with everything that he's done in his career. My mentality for this game is, I got to go in and just do my job, do what coach is asking of me. I'm not trying to think of anything outside of that, make it more than what it is. But he's definitely, a factor in the game, and got to do our part to, make sure that, we just put up points, get first downs, and not have to worry about JJ. So.
And then you faced, well, no, you didn't face him. But any thoughts this week about playing against a team that you grew up watching and went to games? Is that surreal for you?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Went to a number of games growing up, and yeah, I mean they're definitely they're my home state team, and so to be able to go up against them, I think it's pretty cool. A lot of our family and friends, from where we're from, all Cardinal fans and everything. So it is pretty cool, surreal. But at the same time, I'm at the point in my life where I am where I am, and it's another team that I have to go up against, and I'm not trying to make it more than what it is. So definitely thankful to be where I'm at, but it's another game. So appreciate it, guys.